Oh, yeah, baby. Woo! We are live.
The boys are
The
back.
boys are back.
The dream team is back. Sexy Kev, Boo, and Boo Radley are here today to give you guys our opinion. We are about to change the world. Just like how the alien hearings last week changed the world, we're about to do the same thing when talking about, alien hearings, right? Oh my God, what do you guys think about that? Is that kind of crazy to you guys? We'll start off the pod. We have multiple topics before we jump into the film, but the first one is aliens. What do you guys think about this? Is that freaking you guys out? Is that the greatest news? Like
Reality shattering.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're real. They're real. It's confirmed.
Does God exist, Kevin?
What'd you say, sir?
Does God exist?
Well, I don't know. Man.
Is he an alien?
Yeah.
I heard alien. The person who created Bitcoin was an alien. I heard that too.
Oh.
I swear to God, that's what Alex Jones says. I guess I don't know. That's what his
Your sources. That's his sources.
That's what his sources say. I'm not even trying to make a joke. Hey, do you guys like? I met my in-laws today. On my new in-laws. It's a nice little at the new cabin.
What?
Well,
Yeah.
Wait. Do you have something to share, Kev?
Oh no! Well, for the Fap Nation, for the Fapaholics, for the
The entourage.
The entourage around the world. I am now a engaged man.
Woo!
Sorry, ladies.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies, I'm off. Sexy Kev, more like
Committed.
Committed Kev. That's my new name. Committed Kev. I'm
I
changing it.
like that.
How can I change that? You probably can't change it. Next episode I'm gonna be committed Kev. I'm gonna be abstinence Kev, whatever it might be. I'm gonna be I'm committed to one woman for the rest of my life. Well, I have been the last 8 years, but yes, I did it last night. I was telling these guys that I was gonna wait until we were on the podcast to do it, but I proposed to her on her lake, on the boat. So I took this boat and little lake drive. And then Lindsay looks at me and goes, "I'm kind of tired." And I'm like, "Ah, shit." I was going to do like this whole like long kind of thing because her parents were waiting for us at home with like kind of like surprises. So they did like fireworks, cake. They were singing like some wedding song and stuff like that. But because she was getting tired, I was like, "All right, I got to just rip the Band-Aid off and just do it." So I found a great spot across from her house. Ripped off the Band-Aid. I told her, gave her my speech. I think I blacked out during the speech. I don't really remember the speech very much. I was pretty nervous for some reason.
Yeah.
Got down on one knee, did it. She approved. She said yes. She said approve. She said I concur.
I concur. I guess.
Yeah, why not? Or what is the thing that you always say, Brad? It's like what's the statement?
Call me crazy?
Naturally. Or call me crazy. Yeah, naturally. I always hear him say that. Yeah. Oh, naturally, yes.
Naturally.
Yeah. And then we came back, fireworks getting shot off, like spray, sparklers. And then I took her to a sick dinner on this random island on the lake that was like very like kind of fantasy-esque. Like it was very, very old. It was like from 1906. Just really cool. And you had to take a ferry to get out there. I fucking nailed it, boys. So
Nice.
Yeah, I'm now Mr. Kevin Moore.
I had a feeling because I got a Snapchat notification that's like Kevin has traveled to Rosemont. I was like, oh, what's he doing? What's he doing here?
Wait, I was going to ask you that. You get notifications on people like traveling?
Yeah, for some reason I get like notifications when people travel long distance, I guess.
Oh, that's funny. I like
Snapchat's following us.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I didn't know that. I wonder if that's a thing for a lot of people then, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry. Gosh, we went through aliens. We went through this engagement. Now it's time for why the people are here today, why the Fat Nation, why the entourage is here today. They want to hear the news of film and movies. And gosh, it's been a couple of weeks. I mean, let's recall that last episode. One, I don't think anything was really ever done. We didn't really have much of a conversation. I tried to reel it back together. I mean, Vu, what'd you think of that special edition episode of Filmaholics?
Dude, the first like 2 minutes, I was already rolling laughing. Just all the jokes that were being made. It was good content. A lot of good content. It was just, about film in general. Maybe not super current, but just more ideologic and just a lot of jokes.
You got a drunk guy, you got a high guy. It's bound to happen.
Yep. And they're all make fun of each other the entire time. So then I'm trying to like steer the boat a little bit, but it was quite impossible with it. But I mean, we still got a lot done. I feel like, Brad, what was some of the highlights to you from last week's episode? Quick. Do you have like a memory? The one that was like, I'm trying to think about it.
I think just grilling Nick.
Yeah, grilling Nick was pretty hilarious. Yep. I don't know if he knows too much about movies. I'll say that. But
was okay. Was Nick the one in the dark room?
Yes.
Room? What do we keep saying? I keep saying he was on Omegle.
I got that vibe.
Big Omegle guy.
Yeah. Oh. And then Seek would just come. Oh, when Seek asks who's watching, who's Barbie for? Well, and that's one of our topics today is about I think it's about $800 million Barbie has made already.
Whoa.
Just give you an idea.
He has gone and seen it while wearing pink. So
yes, he did it. He did that. Like, what the hell? And he comes into the podcast just half off his ass saying, like, who's this for? No one's even going to watch.
Big Barbie guy, Ann. The
marketing got to him.
Yeah, gosh. And that's one of our topics. We'll go to our first segment, the movie news. Let me talk to you. We got a few topics today. So I think today we're going to do, just because I can't be on here too long, I got to go hang out with the in-laws, and I'm also just things like that. I got to hang with my new fiance.
Guy gets engaged. First thing he does, podcast.
Yeah, I know. You guys don't even have any idea. I haven't talked to a lot of my friends about this yet, and I'm talking to you. You guys are it. You guys are the first group to talk to me about this kind of stuff.
I'm so pumped.
Squad.
Yeah, squad. Yeah, entourage.
Fat Nation.
Fat Nation.
Yeah, fat. Yeah, no, we're talking about Barbie. Let's talk about it. So if you guys go to the sheet here, I have our first topic is Barbenheimer is the movie event of the summer. All right, gentlemen, tell me here. What'd you guys see? Did any of you guys see Barbie, or did you guys see or Oppenheimer? Which one did you guys see the last couple of weeks?
I have a confession to make. I have not seen either one yet.
No.
Yeah, I know. I'm disappointed in myself as well. I know, Fat Nation, that you're disappointed in me.
Mute. No, I'll unmute you, man. Sorry.
I have seen Oppenheimer.
You've seen Oppenheimer, okay. And then I've seen both because I have a show to do each week.
Yeah.
So I wanted to come prepared. But that's okay.
For seeing both, which one did you see first, and why did you see that one?
I'll tell you guys my entire agenda. I was in LA. Oh, yeah, we got to update everyone on the LA trip. Went to Comic-Con. Saw the so one thing, there was no, as you guys know, because of the writer's strike and Screen Actors Guild strike, there were no like big movie announcements. Heck, now movies are being pushed out till 2024, but that's another story. But because of that, I did see the announcement of in what they call Hall H at Comic-Con, which is like the very famous arena / convention hall where they announce like all the Marvel stuff, all the, DC, any kind of big movie that's comic-y is usually going to be announced in there. So I still saw like an announcement of like what's called Project K, which is like a movie that's going to be a follow-up from RRR because they have their own unions. They don't have to worry about the SAG or the writing strike. So we got to see that. And I got a little bit of taste of like kind of what it's like with like watching, with like watching Marvel and DC. That was a lot of fun. And then on Friday night, we got a ticket to Oppenheimer. We saw it in the TCL Chinese theater. I hate that they added TCL to it, but what are you going to do? And the IMAX theater was the third largest one. It's one of the third. I think as you said, Brad, there's 30 of those 70 millimeter theaters in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then the TCL theater was the third largest screen in the country as well. So, and I don't know the history. From what I remember, it was made in like 1914. I mean, guys, it was quite amazing to see this. It was one of the coolest theater experiences, probably the coolest theater I've ever been to. And that's where I saw Oppenheimer. I saw Oppenheimer with a packed crowd, man. People were cheering. It was an LA experience watching a movie. And it was just such an amazing feat. The only thing that sucked is it was at 9:00 at night. So by the time the movie ended, it was like 1:00. Because I was gonna send you guys a recording and do a whole recording, but I was so damn tired and I had to walk back from Hollywood. Whatever. And then so that was amazing. And then we saw Barbie Saturday night. So I loved both of them. Great movies. Brad, I mean, where did you saw them? I was supposed to go with Brad. I backed out because I had to get ready for this weekend. I had to go get an outfit for the proposal.
I find out Kevin's not coming through a friend. Like, doesn't even tell me, which is just it hurts.
Well, guest star or guest host Anthony Secord.
Of course, guest host.
As a part of Fap Nation, it was
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it was gonna
not just anybody. Not just anybody.
Yeah.
Anthony shows up. They start giving him a hard time because you're not there because you're the A-list guy. Yep. So he had to go deal with that at guest services while I'm buying brews. Yeah.
Oh no! I tried telling him. Oh, there's other options, but okay. So he got in there.
A superb movie. First of all, some of the trailers I saw. Dune 2, again, it's like the 10th time I've seen it. I just cream my pants every time. And the new Exorcist that's coming out.
Yeah.
The new Exorcist, that looks creepy as hell.
That looks pretty good, actually. I've never seen one, but I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
But to get to the real
it's one of the rare movies that they're not moving.
To get to the real meat, though, Oppenheimer. So I went in and I heard from a couple people. I heard from a coworker and I heard from Nick, fellow FAP guest host as well, saying like it was okay. Nick's biggest Omegle Nick.
Yeah.
And his biggest thing was he's like, I couldn't understand like 60% of it because some of the, and I will agree, like some of the
naturally with a Christopher Nolan movie, I would agree.
Yeah, and so I went in knowing like, okay, I'm gonna have to pay attention. Like, I also was sober. That always helps.
Yeah.
But
I was drunk when I watched it, so that's why I need to rewatch it. So, but it was good when I was drunk too.
But I will say, like, it starts off just like immediately like with the fucking burner up to the hottest temperature. Like I couldn't believe the pacing of this like historical biopic. Like I thought it was teetering right on the edge of like, oh, this might be going too fast, but it was like right in the perfect range where just like you really got a lot of story and it kept going and it didn't bore me.
1 second, did you just to add to this? Did you have IMAX experience or Dolby Cinema?
I believe it was IMAX.
Recliner or sitting in leather seats?
It was normal seats.
Okay, gotcha.
No
That's
recline.
IMAX. Yep.
Or you say Limax, right?
The Limax, baby. Yeah, there's no. Yeah, I'm on to you, bitches. I'm on to you, AMC. Sorry, I swore pretty bad. I probably shouldn't swear.
We're explicit now.
Yeah, after last.
But we still love AMC, guys. We still love it.
I love AMC. I hate lies. Yeah, AMC sits on their thrones of lies. Yeah, so keep going, Brad. I mean, so I agree with you, man. That beginning of that movie, and we're not. It's spoiler free, so we're not gonna ruin it for Vu. But let me tell you, Vu, it's interesting watching. It's like I'm trying to think of a way to describe it because it's about Oppenheimer. It's about a scientist. So like it's not like Inception. It's not like Dunkirk. It's not like a Batman. Where it's the scenes kind of fit. Like he makes it very dramatic but exciting in the way of like the music, the sound, the editing. Like you'll in the beginning of the movie, and again, this is not. I don't think this is spoilers because they showed the dang sparkles in the trailers. All it is just saying is that like you'll just be like here watching him look up at the sky, and then all of a sudden, if you're in a really loud theater, it'll switch over to like what his thoughts are, which is like stars moving or like sparks flying, and it's really loud and it sounds a little. It's almost haunting. Is that a good way to put it, Brad? Would you say like a little bit
ethereal, spectral?
Yes, because it's almost foreshadowing what's to come, what's just on his mind, thinking about this guy who's young, starting off when he was younger, all through his life, essentially. Yeah, I mean, it's like watching. I'm trying to think of a really boring movie with like epic sound and epic like. It's like watching like I don't know, like this is nowhere near it. I'm just trying to give you like a comparison, but like almost watching like a Barney movie. That was stupid. That might be the worst in the world. But it's like watching a Barney movie, but you just see him as he's go open the door all happy, but the music is like dun 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 dun, and then you have the editing. It's kind of like that a little bit. So it was even though sometimes I would say the substance of the matter was a little dense. Again, it's not an Inception. It's not a Dark Knight. It's a dream project of Christopher Nolan. Let me tell you. It's my favorite movie of the year, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah. And I knew it was going to be my favorite movie of the year. I remember thinking, especially after Tenet. Did you guys see Tenet?
Yeah.
I have not yet.
Oh, okay, good, Vu. Yeah, we got to create a list for Vu. That's what I think. Movies he should see. But
Please do.
I thought Tenet was kind of like, I enjoyed it a lot in the moment because I hadn't seen a movie in theaters in a while. But I think looking back at it, it wasn't as good of a movie as it was really complicated. I had to go on YouTube to figure out what the hell was happening. Yeah, he was kind of smelling his own farts a little bit, I would say. So with this one, it was definitely a passion project, but it might be his best movie he's ever done.
And Cillian Murphy, just a really, really great performance.
Yeah.
Like, just did it so much respect.
I haven't seen Peaky Blinders. Have you guys seen Peaky Blinders at all?
Nope.
No. I mean, I've heard that apparently that's like his phenomenal acting, and I've seen him in everything he does. He's a very dramatic actor. I think the most recent movie I saw him in was A Quiet Place 2.
I forgot he was in that.
Right? Yeah. And he was pretty good in that. So once I saw that he was going to be on this, I was pretty pumped, and I think he lived up to it. And he's going to get nominated for Best Actor, if you ask me. I don't know.
I think he should.
Brad, so I guess I got to ask: is it worth the hype? Was it worth the wait and the build-up that was around this movie?
Absolutely.
Awesome. In the whole, we have a topic about this. One of our topics is AMC had its best week of all time, thanks to Barbenheimer. Barbie and Oppenheimer gave the chain its highest revenue week since opening in 1920.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Like, that's crazy. So not only did it bring people out to the movies to watch Barbenheimer,
a movie about Barbie, and a movie about a bomb.
Yeah. Yep. I just think it got people excited. And you know what it was? I think we've been talking about this, and this has been on our radar for a while. It was two good movies that were new ideas, fresh takes. And it wasn't just, Barbie wasn't just a Barbie movie. It was an empowering female, feminist, movie that I thought was hilarious too. They had no reason to be as funny as it was. One of the funniest movies of the year for me personally. And then you got Oppenheimer, just the dark, gritty, but epic drama of the summer, if you ask me. Has there been other dramas this summer besides superhero movies? I mean, God, let's think of all the failures, guys. Indiana Jones, boring. I'm trying to think. Transformers, fine, but who wants to go see Transformers in theaters? At least pay for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of Fast X movies.
Fast X, they put their movie on streaming 3 weeks after it was released in theaters because it was doing so poorly at the box office.
Yikes. Wait, is it already on a streaming service?
I was on streaming in June, dude. Yeah.
Oh, now I gotta go watch it.
Yeah, man. I mean, guys, and then it wasn't one of those movies. It brought people out to see Mission Impossible, which was released the week before. That's had some legs. It's brought people out for we're gonna do a review. Did we do a review of that, Brad? I forget. I put it. Well,
we did a video.
We did a video, but I think we got to talk about that. And I'm gonna read this right now. I mean, this starts off with "Step aside, Tom Cruise. There are two new saviors of the theatrical experience in town. And you can probably guess who they are." They were smashing records left and right. Trying to think. Yeah, this said announced that July 21st to 27th marked its highest single admission revenue week of all time. I mean, Brad, you saw Oppenheimer on Thursday, the week after it had been released.
Yep.
Was it packed?
It was pretty much packed, minus like the front row.
Right, exactly. I mean, I thought it was the event of the summer. It was the thing where you felt like you were missing out if you had not seen it, if you weren't a part of this. When was the last time we had been a part of a movie that it was like this? I mean, when I went to the theater, Barbie, that Sunday night was just as packed, I think, as when we went Friday night to see Oppenheimer. And it was so crazy seeing people coming out of the screening before wearing the pink. They were doing the double feature. I told you guys there was 40,000 people who bought tickets. They were wearing. So many people spent 9 hours in the theater, I think, to watch both of these movies.
Not a bad day.
Not a bad day at the store on the weekend. I mean, what are you guys' thoughts when you guys hear this? Vu, do you want to give your thoughts? I know you haven't seen the movies yet, but give me what you got. And what have you heard? What have you heard as well about the movie?
Yeah, I actually tried to watch it that Sunday because I was out on a trip, came back home on Sunday, and was like, I got to go see this movie. Every single showtime was booked out. I could not even get a ticket. And I have not had that issue since was it Infinity War or Endgame? One of those two movies that I had this.
Yes,
yeah.
I was just going to bring that up. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I think was the last like must-see movies.
Yeah.
Where you're getting grandmas going out to theaters to see it.
Yeah, I struggled to get a ticket to this movie. That's how in demand it was. And I've only heard good things
That's such
about
a great
both
point.
movies. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing it hopefully this weekend.
You got a little pink on. That might be orange, but it looks a little salmon-y.
It's a little peachy.
Yeah, a little peachy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we just brought this up. It hasn't been such a spectacle since Endgame, which was before maybe Star Wars, the last Star Wars movie. But I think actually that didn't make $1 billion. So never mind. I don't think it was. Brad, give me your thoughts. I mean, of course, you saw the movie. You loved it. Was there anything that you may have just noticed with this? I mean, that led to such a successful weekend. Any thoughts on that?
I mean, you got to give credit to just the marketing, and not only like the paid marketing, but I feel like I saw so much like free marketing, like people just goofing around like on Twitter or Reddit.
Was
like,
it? Oh,
just the general public like took a hold of it and like amplified it and made it into a joke. Barbenheimer, like that wasn't anything that any of the marketers actually came up with, because they're not going to combine their movie with another movie.
No, you had Christopher Nolan, who was at Universal. And what's funny is it was Universal and it was Warner Brothers. Christopher Nolan had been pissed off at Warner Brothers for the fact that they released all their movies in theaters and on the app at the same time. And Christopher Nolan thought that was like kind of just stabbing him in the back. So he left Warner Brothers for Universal Studios. So you're seeing I'm sure he was fine with it, but I'm sure he wasn't like exactly being like, oh, let's do a marketing plan to help out the company that screwed me.
Yeah. Do you think both movies being released on the same day helped each other at the end? Just because there was so much going on between all the memes and stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I would say this. One of my podcasters I listened to said you had the greatest male director today, Christopher Nolan, versus essentially the greatest female director today. And is essentially, when it comes to box office, she is now the number one with an $800 million box office return for Barbie. I mean, you had the battle of the sexes a little bit. And I think that was partially it too. Did you guys ever get that feeling or not really? Because I mean, I know my friend Secord and Brad's friend too. He didn't really get it. So what do you guys say to that? I mean,
I didn't get it as much, but now that you're saying it, I kind of see it, because like Barbie is so bright, fun, vivacious, and then Oppenheimer is just like a dark pit. So I kind of
like how that battle of the opposites.
Yeah,
exactly. Battle of the opposites. Yeah, I mean Barbie, and if you look at Margot Robbie, she's an A-list. Now this is solidified her as an A-list actor, because if you guys look at past movies, she hasn't necessarily put up the best box office numbers. And who am I to say this? I'm freaking Kevin, Joe Schmo, sitting in a Wisconsin basement saying that the most beautiful woman maybe alive, who knows, to each their own, is an A-list. But she hasn't had a lot of success. So this is a bona fide plus. Would this have happened had Barbie been a bad movie? Had this happened if Barbie was just a mid movie and Oppenheimer maybe or switch around? What if Oppenheimer was just a mid movie? We had another kind of a Tenet situation, I think we have higher expectations. I guess
definitely helps that they both were just such good movies.
Yes,
that they're just bouncing off each other. Like, wow, you saw one good movie, there's another great movie that came out the same week.
Yep, both had I think above 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I think that puts Oppenheimer as number 3 or number 2 for Christopher Nolan.
Did you see that the Mattel toy company is starting its own cinematic universe?
Yeah. Oh my God, that should be it. Yeah, I've got Polly Pocket, like Hot Wheels. I saw.
Wow.
Yeah. If you guys had a favorite Mattel movie that you want to see, what would you guys say? Or a TV show you guys want to see? Or sorry, not a TV show. Or a toy show. Which one would it be for you guys?
I want a serious Barney movie.
Yeah. An Oppenheimer Barbenheimer.
Or Thomas and Friends.
Yeah. Like a sadistic Thomas.
Yeah. That'd be kind of fucked up.
Yeah. What about you, Vu?
What toys does Mattel even make? I might not even be caught up on this.
I don't know.
I'll just name some. I've got it. American Girl doll, Barney, Christmas balloon, Hot Wheels, Magic 8 Ball, Major Matt Mason, Masters of the Universe, Matchbox, Polly Pocket, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, Thomas and Friends, Uno, Viewmaster, and Wishbone.
How do you do an Uno movie?
What's an Uno movie?
Yeah, what's an Uno movie? Should we do this, guys?
I'd love to
find a
see
really dumb idea and create a movie, and like make it like put all of our life savings into it, and see if we can make this happen.
An Uno match to the death, high drama.
An Oppenheimer an Uno card creating the atomic bomb. Yeah, that's interesting. What about you, Vu? What are you looking forward to out of those?
Yeah, I feel like some of those would be a very tough make for a movie.
Yeah.
So I think I got to go like Masters of the Universe, because that was a show back in the day, wasn't it?
Yes, I'm
Like
surprised they never did anything with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
there's a lot of old
IP.
We should do a segment someday of like old IP movies that needed like that you could maybe do today. Like I think it's Lawrence of Arabia is one of the greatest movies of all time. But like I don't know if you could do that today. Like I don't know. It's just that'd be a fun little topic to do. I know a lot of movies remake movies essentially based off of those too. But yeah, the Mattel world. I don't know. All we guys say is this, and I think this article ends it perfectly with saying it seems like Nicole Kidman was right. We really do come to AMC theaters to laugh, to cry, to care, because we need that, all of us. And I'll tell you what, I think it was a great weekend at the movie. It felt great to be alive. It felt like it was all back, man. And this summer's been fun, but that felt like pre-2020 world of just excitement, and it was a really good time. So.
And what excites me is that it's showing the people that care about money that original movies can get you money.
Yes. No, it was the only movies of the summer that aren't like sequels.
Don't give me Indiana Jones #7.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't give me
I'll go to sleep in the theater
Harrison Ford. Yeah, dude. Brad was laying like this, like on 3 chairs.
Just a terrible movie. Terrible movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back on that one not fondly at all. It sucks because I like the first 3 a lot, but yeah, gosh dang it. I mean, Vu, and I'll tell you what, we love Across the Spiderverse. I think Across the Spiderverse is my number 2 now on the year. So just give you an idea.
If we get to that portion, that's my number 1.
Is it still your number 1?
Same.
Yeah.
Interesting. Spoiler alerts, everybody.
Spoilers.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Well, okay, we got more topics to go through today, and let me talk to you. Guys, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles scored a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Just to give you a little bit of a synopsis on what the critics and consensus are saying. This is according to Rotten Tomatoes. With the unique visual style and a story that captures the essence of the franchise's appeal, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is an animated treat for the whole family. I also want to let you guys know that this rating is just as high. I think it is a little lower, actually. At first it was at 97. Now it's at a 94. It was at 1 point higher than the first Into the Spider-Verse. Just to think like a mutant. This is I think it's like a Nickelodeon property. I'm not 100% sure. I know the old ones were Nickelodeon. But I mean, when you guys see this, none of us have seen it yet. And when you guys see these numbers, does this hype you up? I mean, the trailers look kind of cool. I mean, what do you guys thought? Vu, what are your thoughts on seeing when you hear this? And also, did you like the trailers leading up to this?
Yeah, I'm very hyped for this movie now with that rating.
Yeah.
And I saw a little infographic about the Rotten Tomato score of every Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie in the past.
What is it? Do you know what it is?
They're
How bad
all
are they?
horrible. Like they're all 30s. Like I think the highest is like 50. And with this being in the 90s, like there's a lot of coming here. I feel like it's gonna be a big one.
Do you guys think it's gonna be a little more serious? Kind of like now, of course, it's gonna be, like a kids movie. But do you think it'd be kind of like Spider-Verse, where it's maybe a little heavier?
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a bigger storyline. Yeah,
So I think it's about growing up.
Yeah. I mean, Brad, what do you think about I think you and I were I remember we sat and watched the trailers, and I think we both were kind of like, oh, some funny parts, but it looked kind of good. And I think we were pretty optimistic about it.
Yeah, I'm optimistic. And then seeing these ratings, it just warms my heart just to see, I guess I would call this like unique animation style. Mm-hmm. And I just like seeing this boom of respect that animation is getting. Because, I grew up, I watched a lot of animation. I like anime. And I think it gets a bad rap, especially among the older more adult population. So seeing like the Spiderverse movies and now this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie just having like great reviews. It's a great movie. I think just brings a lot of respect to that kind of genre, that medium of movies that typically people are like, oh, that's just for kids or whatever. But no, like it can be done well.
Yeah. It's breaking the stigma.
Yeah. And I love that. I'm here for it.
It is. I mean, I used to watch the old ones, which was like the live action versions of them. I mean, they were, you know, they were all right. I mean, when I was a kid, I liked them. Yeah.
I loved the shows as a kid.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, hell yeah. So it's kind of cool to see. I mean, I think it's an interesting IP because Spider-Man. I feel like with the superheroes, the Spider-Man, a lot more people are going to see it. I think right now it has a $36 million opening weekend box office projection right now. So that's not the biggest number in the world. I think another movie we got to talk about that was a complete failure was the Haunted Mansion movie by Disney. Another flop for Disney. I don't think they've had a good movie all summer.
But who is excited for that? You're doing a Haunted Mansion movie in August and July?
Why not release it in October?
Who's making that decision?
Well, it was their old CEO. That's another story.
This isn't the spooky time. This is like day goes till 10 p.m. time.
Yes. I think they were trying to run off the idea that essentially the greatest movie that came from Disney's like rides was Pirates of the Caribbean. So I think they're trying to do something very similar, make it a summer flick instead of just like I think everyone thought more people were going to be going to movies this summer. I mean, last summer was a very hot summer for movies, and we had nowhere near as many movies as this year. And now this year has truly shown that, like, I mean, do you think inflation goes into it too? Like, gosh, I feel bad we're talking. We should. I mean, maybe we don't have to focus on it anymore. I think we're all just happy to see that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is back. We're pumped about that. It's gonna be a good movie. I think we're all gonna try to see it at least. So and I wouldn't say I was gonna do that.
Did they make the Haunted Mansion movie based off of an amusement ride?
That ride. Have you never been to Disney?
I have, but I don't think I saw the Haunted Mansion. But man, okay,
yeah,
bold.
Yeah, bold. I don't really know this. I just did it this weekend. It's a goofy ride. I'm sure it has nothing to do with it. There's a lot of singing, and I don't like movies with singing.
Oh, Haunted Mansion's got singing.
Haunted Mansion's got singing.
Well, that's not even spooky at all then. I mean,
oh yeah, I'll tell you what, it's nothing spooky with when there's children screaming in your ear. I don't know. I guess I just freaked out by that a little bit, but I think it's just that gosh, we got to do a segment on Disney being such a box office failure this summer, but it didn't really. It was not a good movie.
Also, the cast of Haunted Mansion's crazy.
Yeah, I just
most random ass cast.
It's a lot of star power, though. A lot of star power.
Who's in it?
Here we go. Jared Leto, Lakeith Stanfield, Tiffany Haddish, Owen Wilson, Jamie Lee Curtis, Danny DeVito, Dan Levy, Rosario Dawson, Winona Ryder.
What the hell?
That's a star-studded cast.
Dude, what is this? The Dune? This is like Dune of the Ryder verse. This is the theme park verse.
It's just fascinating. You didn't do well.
That's crazy. Okay, here's another question for you guys. If you guys could redo an entire theme, or if you could do a theme park movie into a theme park ride into a movie, what would it be? You could do Six Flags. You could do Disney. You could do Valley Fair for all I care.
Valley Fair getting a shout out. Let's go.
Yeah. Baby.
I want a Wild Thing movie.
That actually works though, because that's a children's book. That'd be perfect.
Yep. Camp Snoopy. You can count Camp Snoopy.
Man, Minnesota theme parks really getting a shout out here. I love it.
Well, that's one thing about Minnesota. Low key in Minnesota, I think Valley Fair is very underrated. I'll say that.
It's a nice average theme park.
Elitch Gardens, bro, in Denver's shit. It's bad. It's not good.
I've only been to Valley Fair. I guess I've been to Nickelodeon Universe and Camp Snoopy, but I don't
that's right. It's Nickelodeon Universe now. Okay.
Yep. But I don't count that because it's indoor. So how big can the ride be?
That's wussy shit.
Did you guys ever go to like the mall late at night at Mall of America? Like, was it kind of like sick to hang with your friends there? Like,
you thought I had friends?
Yeah, have sex after too.
That's where the mall is where I watched the midnight showing of The Dark Knight.
Attaboy.
Really?
Yeah, MOA. Yep.
Attaboy.
And then naturally you had sex after because
of course.
We're a group of guys who have a lot of sex. That's our
if there's one thing I want the entourage to know, it's that.
I know chicks, okay? I've dated one girl my entire life, essentially. God, if you think about it. We just get it.
We're guys.
Yeah, we're guys. I'm drinking a beer podcasting. Tell me how much
we're Filmaholics out here.
Yeah. We're getting fap as hell, bro. Look at my mirror behind me. This is a bachelor pad. I'm actually at my new home. Yeah, pretty sick. Good memories, good times. Good times we had. Any thoughts on before we move on? Any last comments you guys want to make about whatever the fuck topic we're on right now? We seem to be mixing a couple of them right now. I think we're on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, go see the movie.
Go see the movie. I think we're all going to do it.
When does it come out?
This weekend.
Oh, it comes out. Okay.
That's cool.
Weekend, yeah. The other, they're saying this in the Haunted Mansion, the second biggest summer marketing event of the summer. The Teenage Mutant Haunted Mansion version.
Back to back, what a viewing.
Back to back. I'm getting t-shirts. We got to create t-shirts, or I know it would not make any money, but just based on movies being released on weekends and just terrible Barbenheimer, essentially Barbenheimer themed shirts for other movies that are comboed together.
Every weekend we should come up with the combo.
Yep. You got to see the Teenage Mutant Haunted Mansion version tonight.
I think the viewers just want Filmaholic merch in general.
I know.
They're waiting.
Yeah, guys, we got it in the. It's waiting on a truck somewhere in Singapore. Okay, it'll be here.
It's coming. I swear.
It's coming. Okay. Actually, it's American made, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. How dare you say Singapore?
Yeah.
It's Singapore. I don't know. Actually, Vietnamese makes good clothing. I would say that. I bought a couple shirts in Vietnam, and I'm actually, one of them is really long on me. I will say that it's like 5X. I didn't really feel good buying, I'll admit, because they're so small over there.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel good buying that there.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, that would hurt to see. And the shorts didn't have pockets either, which really was annoying. What do they just run with everything in their hands? I'm so confused by that. I'm just who makes shorts without pockets?
They put it in the Vespa.
Yeah, true. Good point. They put it in the Vespa. Oh my God, there's so many. I forget. Are you from Vietnam?
Yep, I am Vietnamese.
Dude, have you been since I don't know your backstories. Have you ever been?
I've never been. I was supposed to go the summer after freshman year of college, but
okay.
I said it was too hot, so my parents.
Oh my God, I love it, dude.
Yeah,
it is hot. It's really hot there. Yeah, it wasn't because you're supposed to be outside, and one day you got to be there. Yeah, no, it was a cool time. I hope we can hopefully this show can bring you there for some red carpet events or things like that. Yeah, cool. All right, moving on. Next topic: Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman again. Yeah, that's right. That's being reported right now by Variety. Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman 3. From what I've heard from James Gunn and Peter Safran is that we're going to develop it together. And that is my impersonation of Gal Gadot.
The second one didn't even make money. Why are you doing it?
Yeah. Well, it was not a good movie. I mean, two things. One, not a good movie. Two, it was, I think, only released. I think it was released in theaters, but it was mostly, I think everyone watched it and because it was in the middle of 2021 COVID. Yeah. So people were still kind of scared to go see it. And I mean, if you're with your family, who wants to really leave and go to the movie theater, I guess, if you can watch it at home, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess the first one did make about 700 million. So
yeah, number 2 now behind Barbie.
Yep.
Yeah. Not bad. Would you guys? I mean, when you guys see this, did you guys see the original? Did you guys like the original Wonder Woman?
I've only seen Gal Gadot's version, so
that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not expecting you to see the 1940s version. Sorry, that was a little sassy. From me.
This man hasn't even seen Oppenheimer yet. You think he's seen 1940s Wonder Woman?
Yeah, good point. Have you seen the one from 2017 at least?
Yeah, I've seen them both. Okay. The first one was really good. I think I saw it in theaters. It was awesome. Second one,
that was really good too.
I
thought
saw
it
the
was such a
first.
good
I enjoyed
change.
it. Haven't seen the second. Just didn't bring me to the theater. Didn't really. I don't know. I thought Kristen Wiig as Cheetah. That just seemed strange to me.
She's kind of hot. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad. I was pretty impressed by that.
she's
But I'm
in
not
that
gonna get us
movie.
canceled this episode, so I'm gonna keep
Or
it.
Kristen. Yeah, Kristen Wiig. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Isn't she like the leopard or something?
Yeah, the cat lady.
Yep.
Yeah. 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 I mean, they originally were directed by Patty Jenkins, who I think after the second one just wasn't good. I'm a little nervous hearing this just because we keep hearing about how, okay, is the future of DC going to be, is this like an otherworld? So he's got two types of movies. He's got movies that are all connected, and he's got an otherworld series he's creating in his new DC. Is this going to be just part of a new otherworld DC? Because I can't see how they connect her to the new Marvel verse, or sorry, the new DC universe. I'm a little confused by that. I thought it was gonna be a clean slate, and I don't know. That's the only thing that concerns me a little bit. But at the same time, she was maybe out of all of them, maybe one of the best actresses / actors a part of the Justice League.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So help me with this. Is it supposed to be a full clean slate? Like
There's been no confirmation.
Momoa's no more Aquaman, even though a new Aquaman's coming out.
Yeah, that's become the redheaded stepchild of the DCU right now, just because it's like essentially like I've heard rumblings online that they keep doing reshoots because they're trying to make it better. Right now, it's not a good movie. They're saying, and yeah. Ooh.
Have you guys seen the first one yet?
I liked it.
I did too. I got a little bored actually. If I remember correctly, I think I left with about 20 minutes left because I would just.
You actually left a movie early.
I
don't think I've ever done that.
I must have had something going on, or like something late. It was late at night. I don't know why I did it. Maybe my mind was in other places. I don't know what it could have been, but I left with 20 minutes because I thought to me it was fine, but like I think I was starting to get a little like the CGI heavy stuff. Plus, I think I was kind of getting. I was just thinking to myself, I'm ready for like after the Justice League. It's left a bad taste in my mouth. So I don't know. I mean, Gal Gadot, I like those. I love that movie a lot. And actually, my favorite parts of the new Justice League, the Zack Snyder Justice League, was her parts were my favorite. Anytime she's in there, the music's great. I love her score for her. I just am not. I don't know. I also don't think you need to redo her. It's
unfortunate that she was surrounded by crap.
Yeah, 100%. I just don't. For her, out of all of them, I think you keep her. She did a great job. Now, saying The Flash. She looked more as to sit on it. Looks like she kind of phoned in her. I might have spoiled the scene for you guys there. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, don't worry. I don't think I'm gonna go see The Flash anymore.
Yeah, she's in it. I still think you should check it out, bro.
Yeah, she's barely
when it's released.
Yeah, when I can stream it, I'll watch it.
Okay, good. All right, I think you should do that. It's apparently the worst box office comic book film of all time, but that's okay.
I can't believe that.
I know, and they released it. They should have just threw it in the trash. That's too bad. I don't know. I'm reading through this article right now. So Safran and Gunn's new DC universe is kicking off a Superman Legacy in 2025. The film is written and directed by Gunn, who announced that last month that David Cornsweet is taking on the role of Superman in the new DC universe. I think Lindsay must have posted on Instagram because I'm getting a bunch of people texting me right now congratulating me. This feels very nice. And I'm trying to think if
Nation heard it first. That
Nation heard it first. One of our, I think it's our third scoop. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not reading this. It's just seeing right now that they're talking about how last December news broke that Gadot and Jenkins Wonder Woman 3 had fallen apart after WB leadership passed on Jenkins' treatment for the sequel. Jenkins publicly exited the project. The news hit shortly after Gunn and Safran took the reins of DC Studios and announced they would be overhauling the DC universe, which led to speculation that Jenkins has rebuff effort to reshape Wonder Woman 3 to fit into the DC universe. So maybe she is a part of it. Maybe we're just all gonna have to like kind of just suck it up and just realize that it's she's Wonder Woman and it's going to stay the way. Maybe we don't even have a Justice League going forward in the same way. I don't know. I thought it was kind of an interesting topic. Do you guys have any other thoughts on this?
We shall see. DC needs success.
Yeah, DC
Every episode I say it.
Yeah, what did Brad describe? What did you describe Superman as being the most important, or
it's like the most important film for DC in the history of all films.
Yeah, it might be at this point. If they can't put a good DC movie out,
it has to succeed, because if it doesn't, I don't want to live in that world.
Yeah, especially Superman, and it needs to. You're right. Okay, guys, I have another one I want to go through with you guys. Loki. Have you guys seen the new Loki trailer?
I
haven't even seen the show.
Brad, I put the link in there. I want to watch the trailer with you right meow.
Right meow?
Yeah, right meow. Okay, so I'm going to pull it up.
I think the Loki show is probably my favorite out of the shows that they've come out with.
Same. It's mine too, bro. I love the first season. That's why I want Brad to watch this. Brad, let me know when it's pulling up for you, okay?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
All right, watch it. Now I'm watching it too. What do you see on the screen?
He's talking to Mobius and OB.
Yes. Here, Vu, pull it up and put it to 15 seconds.
Yeah.
It's going to be quiet for a while.
Wow. What's the synopsis? Tell me what's happening. I don't even know.
All right. So they're in the is it the TVU? The
TVA.
TVA. And essentially he essentially is now a good guy. Loki is now a good guy in this universe. And it goes with the multiverse thing. He's the reason why Kang the Conqueror is now like a villain in the entire MCU. That's probably a terrible description.
So Jonathan Major's still in it, huh?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Here, I'll show it on my screen.
It's just interesting seeing the
I hope I don't get
evolution.
kicked off of YouTube for this.
It's up to us.
Oh, scary.
To save this place.
Is this cracked?
You're good.
Whatever we do, we're playing God.
We are gods.
Oh.
How long are episodes?
But how do you choose? Who lives and who dies? Make the hard choice. It's him.
You better run!
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Did you guys all watch it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Brad, Brad and Vu, what do you guys think of this coming out? I'm so excited. Now, do I think the MCU is trash right now? Honestly, yes, a little bit. I think it is a little trash. Secret Invasion had the worst Rotten Tomato score. I think it's at right now 6%. The last episode, the season finale of Secret Invasion, worst score in the history of 6%.
That's quite horrific.
Wait, that's the last episode or the whole show?
The last episode, which brought down the total percent of the show down, though. I think it's down not very high. So they need a refresh / a restart / something to punch people in the face to get that sour taste out of their mouth. I mean, Brad, are you excited when you see that? Do you see it? Does it seem like another stupid Marvel movie?
I mean, it looks more quality.
I thought so too.
And with Middleditch, I think that's his name, Middleditch, the Loki actor. I mean, he's great, and he has single-handedly taken Loki, who was like a nobody in comics, into like the sexiest, most well-known. Like they probably like him more than Thor.
Spank Bank list. Yeah, he's on my Spank Bank. Yeah,
he's number one up there.
Yeah, I love him. I want him to be our next James Bond, if you ask me.
Ooh.
He might be a little too old. But I like him a lot as that. Sorry, very suave. I like that kind of idea look a little bit.
Yeah.
Go back to Red.
Am I going to watch it? Yeah, probably not, since I haven't even seen season 1 and I didn't know about it. But I will say this is probably going to be a win for Disney, and Disney needs that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're right. You're right. Disney needs it. Marvel needs it. Vu, what do you think about this?
I feel like this is like one of the things that they've put out that actually like ties what the next phase is going to be.
Finally, right?
Yeah, like we're all itching to see like how things interconnect, and this is the only storyline that really pushes the other storylines forward, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it'll be huge, I think.
Hey man, I agree with you. God, I get like 10 different texts. I gotta throw that phone away. Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be good. Now, I've already said this probably 3 times. I think that Marvel needs to do a restart, a refresh. I think it'd be kind of fun if we got another one of those. DC versus Marvel, refresh, bring the best out of each other. Competition brings the best out of you. So I think with just the drama with Jonathan Majors, I think the movie's getting, poorly received recently. I mean, this wasn't a problem before Endgame and Infinity War. So I think we're just a little tired. I think we're all missing Captain America. We're all missing Tony Stark's Iron Man. We're missing just characters who are we all want to see. Like I want to see Fantastic Four and Iron Man in the movie together. I want to see X-Men and Captain America and Spider-Man and Hulk. And Hulk's not been brought down to be just barely even a tough character what he was like in the comics. So that's me personally.
I mean, how much longer can these comic book worlds media keep going?
They should have restarted it after those movies. I think Vu said this on the first episode.
Yep. Needs a restart. People are getting old. The actors are getting old.
Yeah. Oh my God. I will say that Loki. Who am I to say? Because I got a receding hairline too. But Loki's hair in that movie you can say it's a little back on some areas. It's not.
How
He's not a
you
young.
say that?
He's not a spring chicken anymore, gentlemen. Yeah, he's not a spring
Take that back.
Yeah. Brad's. Yes, you take that back. He's my number one. Hey, Tom Hiddleston.
He'll never age in the spank bank.
He's always 25 to me, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, geez. And I'm getting in my ear right now from my sources saying that Tom Hiddleston is the final two to get it. So if he doesn't get it, I do want to confirm from our sources he was the other guy that didn't get it. I just want to confirm that. You've heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. Call me crazy. Films are great. All right, well, we can move on. I mean, and I told you guys we got to be a little quick. I know we went through most of this stuff. I pretty much have talked about this. I mean, how about this, Brad? I got one for you and Vu. Do you guys think Dune should be pushed to 2024 because of the SAG and writer's strike?
No. Don't do that to me.
Yeah, I was going to say. No, don't think selfishly here, Brad. Give us a real take. I want to hear. Well, actually, I kind of agree with you too. It's hard for me not to be selfish.
But what are the reasons? What are the people saying? Like, why?
Because people can't. They can't like advertise it like the actors.
Then I think this would be the perfect moment to see the power of mouth to mouth. Because people are going to see this movie and they're going to be like, "Holy
show you mouth to mouth, buddy!
Effing shit! This is crazy."
I guess what was the box office numbers for one? Does anybody
400, less than 500 million, if I recall.
Okay.
And that's what I think also is the thing is I mean, this movie should be bringing so much money. This is such a huge IP for Warner Brothers. I think that's why they partially want to put it back too, because they want to put their best foot forward, and they don't think the actors' strike might not end until December, January. Slash the writer's strike. So that means no actor can go promote this. They can't do interviews. They can't talk about it. I mean,
but
this
to
movie,
be fair,
this
Dune slightly is niche. Like, I don't think this is like. I mean, it only made 400 million box office
because
it was during COVID.
It was during COVID, and it was released on Warner Brothers too.
That's true.
HBO Max.
But it's a very just like the book, like they use so many words that you just like it's just new made up words that they make and they don't even explain it. Like you just have to figure these things out. And so I think I had a friend that watched it with me that had no idea what Dune was. And he's like, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
Yeah.
He's like, because they don't tell you anything. Like they just like expect you to either learn, ask questions, or like read and find out. Which I love it. I think that's great. But I think there's a possible hindrance. Like I don't see it being $1 billion movie because it is a little more niche than like, oh, that's just Iron Man and Thor and Hulk like battling it out. Like it's a built sci-fi world with its whole society and like cultures and worlds and religions, and that's what the movies are really about, is like these religions and these cultures clashing.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. I think they see it in the think of big term in a sense of like Star Wars. This is their Star Wars, I think, is what they're trying to think with it. So I mean, Star Wars, all of them brought in billions of dollars. Or at least the new ones that when Disney bought them, except for the last one, I think. I got very close to $1 billion, but it's just a trash movie. So I mean, I think, and now not only do they have it's more of a serious take. Heck, it's not rated R, right? It's just PG-13. It almost feels like a rated R film.
Is it rated?
Yeah, I don't think it is because they're not dropping F-bombs or having sex or anything like that.
Yeah,
that's true.
There's no
Just
nudity.
blood.
I think it's just a dark movie, but I kind of like it. I don't know. I think push it off if they want to get the box. I want the future of Dune to be very bright, put out good movies. I think they're going to keep doing that. And if that means that they're going to make a ton of money to do that, then I think we do that. So for me personally, I would be selfish. I'm kind of the notion of I'm just expecting the idea that there's going to be movies that are getting pushed because of this writer strike, and I've just accepted it now at this point. I had a good summer. Maybe a few movies will surprise us, hopefully, but it may not be the most lively fall. And
if this is what has to happen,
is about to be rough.
Yeah.
If this has to happen for people to be paid what they should be paid and protections for workers, then I guess I can deal with Dune being in 2024. It's going to be rough, but
unnecessary evil.
Yeah.
I guess I could suffer.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, hey, just because I gotta be quick, I think we got to give a review of. So we kind of did a review of. I mean, do you feel like we did a good enough Oppenheimer review? Did you want anything to add to that, Brad? With Oppenheimer?
I think we did.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job of that. Go see it. It's a great movie, action packed. And you know, it's or actually not action packed at all. Actually, I will take that back. But it's exciting and it's a Christopher Nolan movie at his best. Now let's give a quick review of Mission Impossible. Let's lay critique Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I'd say
you started off.
It's you go in and you're like, okay, this movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes.
And I do want to preface this: Brad has not seen the last 3 or 4. I would say
I haven't seen any before seeing this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, and you saw it, right?
Yep.
Oh, heck yeah! All right, great. I can't wait to hear you guys review.
Yeah. So you go in. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes. You're like, okay, every single movie coming out this summer's 2 hours 40 minutes. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then you're like 2 hours in, and you're like, oh shit, like this is really good. Like this has been great pacing. I have at least, like 3 different scenes of Tom Cruise full arm pump run, and that's all you came for every time, anyways. But I thought it was a great story. I had some questions, like I don't really understand the. I think his name's Gabriel, who works with the entity. Yeah. I don't really understand his motivations or whatever, but I really liked the cast. I thought the action sequences, like, because I compare it with Indiana Jones, which I saw like a couple weeks before, which had 3 chase scenes that were just horrendous. Yeah. But anytime there's a chase scene in Mission Impossible or an action scene, it's just like so well done. So this director that just knows Tom Hanks and knows these kinds of films, Tom Cruise. Thank you.
Yeah. No,
we're just average guys here.
Yeah, average guys here. I won't knock you for that one.
But no, I think it's a 9.5. Again, I haven't seen the 3 before, but if this is just generic action movie, this is a killer action movie.
That's how you do it. This is the definition of what a modern day generic action movie should be to me. Vu, give me your thoughts, buddy.
I have the same feeling. It's just really well written, where I haven't seen any of the other ones, but it didn't feel like I was missing out on anything, but maybe a little backstory here and there. But for the most part, everything made sense, and I was captivated the whole time. I was intrigued, locked in, waiting for the next scene to happen. Hated that there's going to be a part 2 that I have to wait for now,
Yeah.
But all the acting in it was great. I thought Haley Atwell, right? She was awesome in the movie.
Oh my gosh. That was Brad. Brad was just gushing about her after the movie.
Yeah.
What a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Peggy Carter.
Peggy Carter. I forget about that too, that she is Peggy Carter.
Yep. So I thought it was great. What'd you think, Kev?
I loved it. I mean, that scene, the music going along with the chase scene, the running, Tom Cruise is doing things, just the entire concept of Mission Impossible. It's based off of a TV show back in the day. So you got like the whole, this message will self-destruct in 10 seconds. Like the kind of like, tongue-in-cheek, little cheeky things about that. But at the end of the day, it still just was this is how action movies should be done. This is the what we expect. You want to bring people to the theaters. You put out a good acting. You didn't. I think we grew up with the 80s and 90s action of you had the Sylvester Stallones and the Arnold Schwarzeneggers who were really just acting like themselves. And I guess you could say Tom Cruise is acting like himself as well. Okay, that may be bad, but I just think they phone it in. The thing you notice when you're watching these movies, they care. They care about the success. They care about every little detail, every scene. There's nothing throwaway with them. I heard there was a 4.5-hour cut, so they already had to cut off an hour and a half off of this movie to make it into a 3-hour movie. Yeah, right?
Release the extended version.
Yeah, release the extended version, damn it. We'll do another shirt for that, too. And I also I'm trying to think what was the last scene. Oh, my favorite scene was that scene where they were all in. Oh, my hair's getting crazy. When they're even worse. When they're all in. Was it Italy, or
when they're on the train?
When they're on the water. When they're on the water and they're fighting on the bridge. It's
like Venice.
Yeah, Venice. I grabbed Brad and I said, "Movies are back, damn it!" Like I was freaking out at that scene because I loved it. The music, the action.
I will say, yeah, that was my one thing. Was like that felt to me like that was the climax, and so when Ilsa Faust died, I felt like it did drop a little. I was like, "Cause holy shit,
Really?
that climax!"
I was bummed when she died. Yeah.
Same.
But I guess Gabriel said one of them had to die because Tom Cruise can't have two beautiful women.
No,
you can't make Gabriel a liar.
Yeah. We've all accepted him just killing women at all the time. It seems like, or getting women killed.
Yeah.
God, man. I mean, yeah.
Have you seen the other ones?
Yeah, I've seen them all.
How does this compare to the rest of the franchise?
It's definitely different because it's not the same. It's different because it's a part one, so it's not a complete story. This is definitely setting things up. So when it comes to story, this wasn't as good as the other ones. I think one thing that's Mission Impossible makes them great is that story that is attached to it is awesome. Usually, it's not like this isn't a basic action movie. So a lot of times it's very concise. I wrote down notes actually. I haven't even looked at them. Gosh darn it. It's a lot of the time it's got the crazy stunts. Every scene is adrenaline packed. I remember I wasn't bored once during this. I'm trying to think. It's usually very, very clever too. I think that's one thing this one wasn't at. There was a little bit more conveniences in this one, I would say.
Especially like the mask that they can just mimic anybody that they want to be.
Yeah. They did that a lot in this one. They've never done it as much in the other ones. I'm trying to think. I love another thing I love is that scene that they've been showing us, him jumping off that motorcycle, was a very important scene. So that was freaking epic when he did that, and then he just crashed right into the train too.
Yep.
Oh my
that
God.
was wild.
Do you think he did his own stunt for that?
Oh, he did it. He didn't go into the train, but that mountain was just a ramp. They CGI'd over the ramp. So he did you not see the trailer, Vu, for it?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Like when he's over the cliff and he's on the motorcycle,
yeah, where
right?
he jumps off the. Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked up his age after because I was like, how old is this guy to be doing all these stunts? And he's like 60 years old.
I know. Oh, he's a stud.
Money keeps you young forever.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you guys give this out of 10? Brad, you gave it a 9.5?
9.5.
I give it a solid 9. I
give it a 9.5.
Yeah. It's a great film.
Yeah, I think it was great. I think it wasn't the best out of all of them. I think it was fantastic for the summer. I needed that after probably 2 movies in a row I'd seen of kind of meh reviews for like Indiana Jones, Transformers. So I'm glad that this Asteroid City, I didn't like that. Elemental, exactly, right? So I'm glad that this happened. It was great pick me up. I hope people keep going to see it in theaters. We need to see part 2. I don't think they're ever not going to release part 2. But I mean, I just moved this. It's going to be sad. I think the next one is the last one. So,
really?
That's what I'm hearing. But at the same time, Tom Cruise just came out and said that he wants to do this till he's 80. So who freaking knows? I think Mission Impossible started. He's so old, dude. I mean, Mission Impossible, man. They're doing what James Bond. They're doing James Bond better than James Bond, if you ask me.
Honestly, yeah. Keeping one actor for this long.
Yeah, and also just putting out just great movies. You guys, I recommend you guys seeing them all. The one where he's holding onto the side of the plane is just amazing. So
he's a real life superhero.
He really is, man. He hates his family, doesn't talk to his family, and he's a weirdo with Scientology. But other than that, I like
He makes great movies.
He makes great movies. I've heard he's just a piece of shit dad. But
I looked up like his filmography. Like he's in just absolute bangers of movies.
He
like,
is. He
it's
really
crazy.
is. What's your guys' favorite Tom Cruise movie? If you guys can think about it before we go.
Ooh.
Gun to your head.
I haven't seen Top Gun yet, either of them, but I heard those are crazy.
You haven't seen the new Top Gun either?
No. It's on a streaming service too, and I know.
I would say that was maybe the last, like everyone saw that movie, I feel like. There's $1 billion.
Everybody was talking about it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's Mission Impossible.
He has really been in some fucking great movies. Jeez, I'm just looking at it now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it too.
I mean, War of the Worlds was a terrible movie, but it scared the shit out of me.
When you're younger, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
For sure. I agree with you.
Minority Report, I remember watching when I was little, and I didn't understand it at all.
Why the hell were you watching when you were younger?
I don't know. I also really liked Edge of Tomorrow. That was a really fun movie too.
Yeah. What was it? Live, Die, Repeat. Live, Die, Repeat. Yeah, that was also a great one.
I didn't even know he was in a Mummy movie. That's interesting.
Yeah, it was so mid. I just watched it. It was him and Jake Johnson from New Girl.
Really?
Yeah. It's so awkward because you could tell, like, Jake Johnson's just like he's like, hey, you know that running through the desert ain't very good, Tom. And Tom's like, well, come on, I never asked y'all. You know, like they're like, this is kind of a goofy writing movie to me. It was fine. I just can't see Jake Johnson ever being friends with Tom Cruise.
So they wouldn't vibe very well.
Having friends, truthfully.
Yeah, the movies are his friends.
Are we convinced he's not?
The Last Samurai?
Oh, that was a great one too. No, that's great.
I think that might be my favorite.
That's up there for me, man. No, that's a very good one. So funny that The Last Samurai was a white dude. It's an Asian culture. Like samurai is a warrior, an Asian warrior, or Chinese, right? Is it Chinese or Japanese?
Japanese, I think. Oh, that was such a great movie.
I know, that's such a good movie. It's just kind of funny if you think about it. But we all just kind of like
white man hero in a new culture.
Yeah, we all just turned the shoulder as a society. All right, well, hey guys, I think this is a good start or a good stop to the episode. 1 hour and 7. We always just keep going on these.
Yeah,
I love it. I think it's a great episode with you boys. You guys know where to follow us. We're on Twitter, on Instagram. I think we're gonna start doing more with that stuff, but I think I'm just glad we're back together. I think if we do another episode next week, it'll probably be just me and Vu. Alex or Brad will unfortunately be out, but you know we'll still carry on. Maybe we'll get C-Cord in here. We'll see. That could be a random.
Get him real drunk again.
Yeah, get him real drunk in here again. You boys have anything to say before we head out and end the episode?
Hey, these last couple weeks, movies are back.
Yeah,
movies are back.
Yeah, call me crazy.
Movies
films
are fun.
Is it films are fun?
Movies
are fun. We had to say this more, guys. I'm forgetting.
Yeah,
movies are crazy. Movies are fun.
Hey, we love all the fans out there. Call me crazy. Movies are fun. Call me crazy. Movies are back. Barbenheimer, Mission Impossible. What a great end to the summer film fest. I'm glad we all got to experience our first summer together of podcasting it and talking about this. I'm excited for us all to be back together in a few weeks. And until then, carry on and don't miss us too much, Fap Nation and Filmaholics out there around the world. So keep looking for us on Spotify, YouTube. We're gonna be doing more of that. We're only growing. So every episode 1% better. And we'll see y'all later. So peace.
Deuces.